Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another Warcraft replay here on the Netease ladder. We have an Orc versus Night Elf matchup between Fly and Infi. Oh yikes. Infi will be the one off racing here, as Fly spawning in as the blue Orc player in the bottom right, and Infi the red Night Elf in the top left. Their last matchup was Netease number 15. And yeah, Fly did take the win over his opponent back then. Very long time ago actually, and yeah, not sure if this is going to be spectacularly amazing, but yeah, it's better than that 50-minute one that I saw that is starred on the website. Yeah, 50-minute videos are something I would definitely love to avoid. So yeah. I have not casted a game with Fly that recently, I guess. It's mainly been just Focus, maybe some other Orc player, but Focus is pretty much the only one that comes to mind, to be honest. Fly is gonna go for the Blade Master first versus his opponent, who will be going for a Demon Hunter first, so it looks pretty standard so far. So hopefully the army comps might be a little different. Otherwise, I'm curious to see how this matchup is still going with 1.29 changes. Obviously the biggest one that got hit was the Blade Master, but Terenas Stands, not that many item drops, so I guess the potential changes of the crit chance formula, or the crit damage formula, is probably not going to be seen too drastically in this game. So that's what I think, to be honest, but we shall see. It seems like an early wisp out here from Infi, as he goes for his Ancient of War creeping. Very easy to be done. I think the Ancient of War creeping is going to get nerfed a little bit with the 1.30 changes, so I'm not sure how much that's going to affect it. It doesn't necessarily make humans that much superior because they did get hit with the militia nerf as well. But oops, yeah. But yeah, I guess it just makes those two races a little toned down when it comes to that early farming. Grunt gets polymorph there, and that is rather annoying. I'm pretty sure 1.30 also is going to change that, because Dark Wizard, even though he doesn't really aggro the units, that does kind of get annoying, I guess. Demon Hunter already hitting level 2 after picking up 15 seconds of invulnerability, plus 3 Agi, and the Cloak of Shadows, so pretty good haul for himself. And he's gonna farm even more, so doesn't really feel too pressured with the with his opponent being an Orc. Demon Blade Master's taking a crap ton of damage. He is gonna salve up. Thankfully he does have plenty of salves available, and he can always heal up an Invis. Demon Hunter just clearing that out, picking up Ring, not too useful, but it is going to make some impact versus that Blade Master, who it seems like is nearby and possibly looking for a potential kill. Demon Hunter is going to get his 6th item, and that will be a circlet, so very solid there. Blade Master could get a couple of pot shots onto the Demon Hunter, definitely a possibility, but oh, seems like I think he was just refreshing his Windwalk, so he might actually go for either the Demon Hunter or the Shadow Priest. Might even go for the Demon Hunter, since Demon Hunter is probably going to be tanking a little bit more from this camp. So yeah, Fly is being really patient here. He could even steal that item. Oh, uh-oh, how embarrassing. Windwalk has expired, and well, it seems like the Blade Master looking for a creep jack, but it seems like he is actually just going to focus on the Demon Hunter instead. Is going to pop that invuln, and well, yeah, the Demon Hunter might be in a bit of trouble here. Is going to be forced to use that TP scroll. Rather unfortunate. He did sell the wait, did he sell the cloak? No, he dropped the cloak, and it was picked up by the Blade Master, so the Demon Hunter couldn't actually hide in the shadows until help could arrive. So that was very nicely played from Fly. Very patient, and yeah, Infi, even though he did get the High Priest kill there, he did have to lose an archer. He did lose a TP scroll for it as well.
My life for the Horde.
Kinda good, kinda bad. The item as well, I actually have no idea what the item was. I'm tending towards that Claws of Attack, but that could just be a recent acquisition. Could be the gloves as well, but who knows. Alchemist comes out as the second hero for Infi, so that will be very, very helpful with Healing Spray and of course the Acid. I was gonna say Acid Spray, but it's Acid Bomb. Right? Acid Bomb? Acid Flask? Whichever the two. Tome of Experience as well. Very lucky from Infi. RNG smiling down on him after that disastrous turn of events there. Is going to get a quick level 2 onto the Alchemist. And yeah, just going to go for a Fast Expand. Fly on the other hand, I think, yep, there we go. He does have a second hero as the Shadowhunter. And he should just be going for standard Bestiary Sparrow Lodge, which it seems like he is. Infi on the other hand, is already at tier 2 and is making Mass Dryad so far. Not sure if he's going to go into Bears because... yeah, I actually don't know why he wouldn't. Bears could be helpful, but we shall see. Fast Expand, oh, not really Fast Expand, a moderately timed expansion here from Fly as well, so both players go for expansions. Infi's, I guess, would be matched with Fly's since he has to entangle the gold mine obviously, so yeah, not much else to say right there. Level 2 hit for the Shadowhunter, and I have not seen Serpent Wards this game, so it's a toss-up whether or not he has it, or if he's just going to go standard Hex Healing Wave. But yeah, Infi's farming a Storm. Already picked up a Health Stone from the top right, and actually not the top right, from the expansion, so that will be helpful. Hopefully that early event won't happen again. Blade Master going to try and cancel that Tree of Life, and could possibly succeed, and that would be rather disastrous for Infi. The Demon Hunter is actually being preoccupied right now, so there's actually no way to save this Tree of Life from actually getting killed, and that was pretty bad. So nicely done there from Fly, able to I guess trap his opponent's army and then go in for the snipe on the Tree of Life. Might lose a couple units for it thanks to that oppressive slow poison, but here comes a very nice surround attempt onto the Alchemist. Gonna be very hard to actually snipe down because of the healing spray. He was also given the health stone, so there we go, huge chunk of health being restored there, so that is probably going to be a huge momentum gain for the Night Elf player. Blade Master taking a huge amount of damage. Healing Wave is not available since the Shadowhunter does not have any mana, and yeah, like I said, very oppressive slow poison there from the Dryads. Oh, Grunt got caught out, I guess, and might get killed off. No, it seems like Focus Fire going straight after that Blade Master. Another Healing Wave coming down from the Alchemist, and there's just not enough DPS coming in from the Orc side. The Blade Master actually escapes with a sliver of health, but could that be said for these Grunts and Raiders? It seems no. So yeah, it seems like Mass Dryads is the way to go for Infi this game. Not hitting tier 3 just yet. He is trying to replace that expansion that he did lose. Although he did cancel it, so he didn't necessarily lose it. He just gets delayed extremely heavily, I guess, is probably the best word. No full saturation on the expansion for Fly, but that is going to change very soon, I believe. I completely forgot about this tracker. Infi is saving up on quite a bit of resources, probably to jump to tier 3. He just spent it on something. I have actually no idea what. could be these items, Healing Scroll, Invuln, and Dust. Dust will be pretty helpful to spot that Blade Master, but it seems like a little too late, mainly using it for a reactive kind of thing. But the Dark Wizard will be cleared out very soon, and it seems like the Blade Master is not going to try for a steal, as of course Dust is still tagged on him. So Wand of Mana Stealing gets picked up there for the Alchemist. Not too useful, but I guess it does hinder the Shadow Hunter quite a bit, and of course it helps the Alchemist as well. So Infi right now has 2 ways of stealing mana. Blade Master nearby, no mana for Windwalk, so I'm not sure if he's even going to try for this, because those are a lot of Dryads, and yeah, the slow poison is going to be very noticeable. Oh, Flute of Accuracy gets picked up for the Blade Master, a very nice steal, and whew, like swiping away the sweat right there, because if those Dryads had that True Shot aura, yeah, Fly probably would have taken maybe even the Blade Master wouldn't be able to even run away from those Dryads, because they would just deal so much damage that he dies by the time he finally decides to run away, maybe. So, whew, a bit of a break right there for the Blade Master. Is gonna sell it because, yeah, it's mostly Raiders and Grunts, and the Spurwalkers are not too much in terms of attack damage, so yeah, the gold is a lot more worth it. Still Master Ads running around, 56 for, oh, it's for Fly. He is going for more Raiders and Grunts. Meanwhile, we're stuck at 50 for Infi. I think he's just waiting for his expansion to complete before going into low upkeep, but yeah, right now his army is looking pretty scary. If he can kite well, then I see no problems with this, and he could even add some more when he gets into low upkeep, we shall see. But Acid Bomb onto the Blade Master, taking a lot of damage thanks to that armor reduction and the damage over time. Healing Spray coming down once again, no Hex to cancel that, so that is going to be a very full value Healing Spray. Abolish Magic also cancels out the Hex, and once again the Alchemist is going for more Healing Sprays. Oh, interesting, he doesn't heal himself because of the Invuln, but Blade Master gets taken down to level 3. Yeah, it was actually kind of hard to get out of that because of so many slow poisons for those Dryads. Trying to trade with the units here, but it's going to be very difficult. The Alchemist is pretty low health, but he is going to get preserved back to base. And yeah, level 5 Demon Hunter, Fly has to deal with this somehow. I have no idea how. Alchemist comes back after being Moonwelled up, and that is just going to be even more healing sprays, and that is looking like a pretty good victory here for Infi. Fly is still hanging on, he is still going after one Dryad at a time. The Shadow Hunter is being worked to the bone, but yeah, now he is out of mana, and it's probably a good time to run away. Speed Scroll being used, and yeah, it seems like Infi won't pursue, even though I'm pretty sure he could definitely pursue. But for now, it seems like he's just gonna go back to farming, which is rather funny, but yeah, Demon Hunter already level 5, probably shouldn't be around because he's just leeching off the experience of the Alchemist, but yeah, that is rather devastating. Alchemist just uses all his mana in the first try, gets preserved back home, heals up, and TP's back in and does it again. And that was pretty good because that actually meant the Shadow Hunter ran out of mana, so yeah, he couldn't constantly hex the Alchemist. So there is that. Blade Master coming in very soon. Kodobeast trying to be added to the mix here because, I mean, right now Fly doesn't have too much in terms of DPS. Those Raiders can't really get up in front of those Dryads, and even if they do, it's only like 1 or 2 Raiders attacking at a time because of the annoying unit collision. But here we go, finally a siege on the expansion here. Kodobeast number 1 is out, and we even have a siege demolisher, so that will be very helpful dealing with those Dryads because of the attack type. But Demolisher kind of getting a little too close. Those Dryads could definitely turn around and just focus fire them, but Yep, there we go. Not even focus firing the demolishers, so that is going to be a huge amount of damage raining down on those dryads and snares. Will they be able to keep them in place? And demolishers should be able to do a good chunk of damage. Goblin Alchemist still with his level 3 healing spray trying to top off his army, but now that he's out of mana, yeah, sticking around might not be too smart anymore. Alchemist being TP'd back home and is going to suck those mana, the Moon Wells dry. No Wellspring upgrades just yet, but I'm assuming that is on the way. Where on earth is the Hunter's Hole? There we go. Hunter's Hole, actually no, Wellspring is not on the way, so I expect it to be researched very soon because that Alchemist is going to be very, very greedy if otherwise. And it seems like the game plan for Fly is just mass up those demolishers, and that will be the DPS for the Orc army. Mountain Giants come out as well to act as the front line that those bears are no longer. Is going to taunt a little bit. Blade Master is extremely low health, but he does have an invuln if Fly actually remembers to use it. And yeah, like I said, Raiders, very difficult to actually get in front of those Dryads. Blade Master taking a lot of damage, but he is finally going to pop that invuln. It is 7 seconds, so he needs to be a little careful not to overextend too much. But yeah, those demolishers not being dealt with, and they are going to rain quite a bit of damage down. Mountain Giant, I actually don't even remember the taunt cooldown, so I'm surprised he's not actually spamming that, but there we go, another taunt comes down. But it's actually Fly the one being pushed back a little bit, so interesting, very interesting. Mountain Giant is going to pick up a tree and get his siege damage, and that is going to be a very, very quick kill on the Great Hole. If not, these peons could repair, and there we go. Yeah, very, very oppressive army comp here from Infi. Mass Dryads is, once you get a good number, they're very difficult to deal with because they could just kite very well. And we even have 2 Mountain Giants with +3 armor and +1 attack. That is a huge front line there. Pretty much substitutes for the Druids of Claws. So let's see how well they do. That Dryad is going to get demolished incredibly quickly. A nice crit there from the Blade Master with 2 demolishers on the field versus 2 Mountain Giants. Healing Wave is coming down yet again. A 3rd Mountain Giant joins the field. Wow, that is a lot of Mountain Giants coming in from Infi, as yeah, those demolishers should soon start racking up the damage. Dryads probably needs to be microed a little bit better, I guess, to dodge those bullets, but yeah, it's actually not looking too good for... Actually, I don't even know who it's looking bad for. The Blade Master is out of mana. Shadowhunter has about 2 or 3 healing waves left, but the Mountain Giants are just clobbering against those Spirit Walkers. Yeah, Blade Master taking a chunk as well. No invuln available just yet, so gotta keep an eye on that. Try not to get sniped a little too quickly. Level 4 has been gained, but the speed scroll is going to be used to try and get out of dodge. Kotobeast trying to die and dash, but actually no, he might just be able to run away. This Raider is going to... Oh, he gets spared by the Demon Hunter as we have 4 Mountain Giants on the field. Where did the Dryads go? They just completely got replaced by those Mountain Giants, and yeah, can Fly actually deal with this much bulk? I have no idea. He struggled so much versus Dryads. I can't really imagine him being able to deal with these Mountain Giants very easily, so yeah, I'm at a loss for ideas, to be honest. Let's see, Mountain Giants all with their tree clubs there. They do have siege damage, so I'm not sure how much that is going to affect this incoming fight. 65 for Fly versus 76 for Infi. That is a huge supply disparity there, but those demolishers could easily mop it up with their siege damage, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I always see the Blade Master at like orange health, so I'm really scared for Fly to lose that again. But yeah, Fly once again is being pushed back. He lost his expansion. I put him down in upside down supply. That is just going to be game, as it seems like Infi was surprisingly able to overwhelm his opponent with Dryads and eventually Mountain Giants. Wow, he got up to 4 Mountain Giants, which was rather exciting to see, and yeah, Fly actually had no way to answer that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys again whenever.